You ever walk away from an argument thinking you won, but something inside you still feels off? That emptiness is the quiet cost of control. Because sometimes winning doesn't mean the narcissist understood you. It just means they shut down. And that's not communication. That's collapse. Most of us were raised to believe the loudest logic wins. But in truth, the moment one person feels unsafe, the conversation dies. You might get your point across, but you lose the only thing that makes dialogue matter: willingness. When the narcissist stops feeling seen, they stop listening, and the silence that follows isn't peace. It's distance wearing a mask. So many people confuse defending themselves with explaining themselves. They start fighting ghosts from old wounds, arguing not with the person in front of them, but with every voice that once made them feel small. That's why calm feels foreign. It's not passive, it's a new language. Calm says, I'm not here to win, I'm here to be understood. When you learn that, your tone softens, but your presence strengthens. You stop measuring conversations by who bends first, and start asking who feels safe enough to stay open. Because real communication isn't about victory, it's about continuity. You don't need to crush the narcissist with logic. You need to protect your peace long enough for truth to land later. When ego is quiet and ears are clear, winning the argument might make you right for a moment. Keeping the next conversation makes you right for a lifetime. Sometimes the smartest thing you'll ever say is nothing. Not silence out of defeat, but silence born of discipline. It's mastery disguised as stillness. Because you already know what chaos wants: reaction. It feeds on the noise you make defending your dignity. Arguing with someone who's already decided not to understand you is like trying to light a candle in a hurricane. All you do is lose your flame. So, you stop fighting to be right and start focusing on staying regulated. That's emotional self-defense. The kind narcissists can't penetrate. When you refuse to match their volume, you force the narcissist to face their own emptiness. Your composure becomes a mirror. They see the storm in themselves more clearly when you no longer join it. That's why calm people look powerful. They hold space instead of filling it. You start noticing the difference between reacting and responding. Reaction is impulsive. It wants the win. Response is intentional. It wants the truth. And sometimes truth only grows in quiet rooms. People will forget what you said. They'll remember how you handled them, how you didn't flinch, how you didn't chase validation, how you ended a fight without breaking your own heart. When you walk away right, you don't abandon the moment. You reclaim it. You prove that peace isn't surrender. It's self-respect with timing. And when the dust settles, your silence still speaks. Control was never about dominating someone else. It's about choosing where your energy goes and refusing to spend it on what doesn't return peace. You win when you stay centered. While the narcissist spirals, you win when you don't let a moment of disrespect rewrite who you are. Because some people argue for connection, and others argue for control. And when you realize which one you're dealing with, the game changes. You stop trying to teach empathy to someone who profits off confusion. You stop expecting fairness from someone whose only goal is leverage. Narcissists don't argue to understand. They argue to drain. Every sigh, every flinch, every word you throw back becomes fuel for the next round. So when you choose silence, they see it as loss. But it's actually your evolution. It's you realizing that peace isn't passive. It's precision. You're not ignoring them. You're disengaging from dysfunction. And that's when the tables turn. Because nothing terrifies a narcissist more than someone they can't provoke. Their whole illusion collapses without your reaction to hold it up. They'll accuse you of arrogance, of coldness, of not caring, but that's projection. What they're really saying is, you don't feed me anymore. Your calm exposes what their chaos was hiding. They have to face themselves without distraction. And when that happens, your absence starts echoing louder than any argument ever could. That's why it's the quietest win. You don't win because you outed them. You win because you outlasted them. You realized you were never fighting for truth. You were fighting for peace in a place it couldn't exist. So you stopped swinging and started walking. And here's the part most people miss. The silence after abuse isn't empty. It's sacred. It's the sound of your nervous system learning safety again. It's the pause between the person you were and the one you're becoming. You're not weak for stepping away. You're wise for not returning to what hurt you. Every time you hold your composure, you retrain your mind that peace doesn't need performance. Every time you refuse to defend your worth, you remind yourself it was never up for debate. That's what winning really looks like. Not applause, not validation, not being proven right. It's sitting in the quiet, knowing you chose yourself this time. Because real control isn't how loud you can roar. It's how calmly you can walk away, knowing you could have. That's the quietest win. And it's the one they'll never understand. Like this video if you've learned that silence can be strength. Comment, "Peace is my power," if you're done trying to prove yourself to chaos. And subscribe. Because every week, we help you master calm communication and rebuild control the right way.